Hi, how are you? What did you say? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And if you said I feel lousy, well, then I'm not glad to hear that. But how can I tell? I'm not where you are. Anyway, I'm glad to see that the days are getting longer. That means it's easier to get out of bed in the morning, because for some reason with these shorter days, I feel like so dragged out in the morning, the last thing I want to do is get out of bed. Here's an example of what it feels like to me sometimes. Well, as the day dragged on, I stopped dragging and I finally came to life. I worked part of my day half asleep and probably part of it in my sleep, but they didn't notice, so I'm not going to worry about it. And if they did notice, I couldn't tell they were saying anything anyway if I was sleeping and working at the same time. When I got home, I did some research on Vitaphone movies because I was watching some and I was wondering, what does Vitaphone stand for? And come to find out, Vitaphone movies are interesting because they used to play records along with the movie, and that's where the sound came from. They would record the soundtrack on records, and I guess it was an awful job editing the movies and the records so they would match together. And also, I guess they were marked so they would know where to begin the record and where to have the movies to begin. I guess once in a while things were out of sync. Hey, this isn't right. Hello? Hello? This ain't right. Hey, this isn't right. There's a lot of interest in reading about these on the internet, and you can do some research on these. There's several various websites that talk about these, and also right here on this website you can find some interesting things about them, and even probably some movies, because a lot of them are probably in the public domain now anyway. Not all of them, but quite a few. I did get one find this week. I got to show this to you. I got a hold of 6 pieces of sheet music. I like this old stuff. I got Sugar Bush, Treasure of Love, Skokie Ann, Make Yourself Comfortable, Tweedly Dee, and The Naughty Lady of Shady Lane. Actually about a little baby being naughty. I also learned there's one thing that we take for granted. It's these, our telephone. You know, there's a lot of people out there that can't even afford a telephone, let alone a common house phone. I talked to somebody and he doesn't even have one. I don't know if he can afford it or not, but he says he doesn't even own a telephone. I guess it teaches us to appreciate what we have and never take for granted what we do use, because maybe someday we may lose it. I want to show you an interesting 78 I played yesterday. There's a very minor mistake in this. It sounds like maybe somebody's musical instrument case closed on them or something during the recording. On Wednesday I stayed home the whole day because our whole town was loaded with police. They were doing drug busts all over town. Helicopters going by and everything else, so I didn't want to get into that mess. My cat just got some new stuff from my neighbor. A bunch of little toys and some catnip. Here's a picture of him when he looked into the bag. How you like that expression? Oh no, catnip. My cats better watch it or there'll be a drug bust in here for them.
Open up in there. This is the police. This is a catnip raid.
Hi cats! They're after you! That's a short summary of what took place this week. Some interesting things, and life is full of adventures. You never know what's going to happen the next day. Well, everybody's got something to talk about, so I might just as well talk about something too. And I did. Now I feel better. Okay. See you next time.